when you talk about security and the concerns, of course, for all Israelis, that what happened on the 7th of October could never, ever happen again, and much concern about Israeli troops coming out of Gaza. When you look at the plan now, what is your take on where things stand? How Israel is able to protect its citizens when this whole plan unfolds?
So if this thing, unfolds, and again, we're so far from that, so let's just keep that in perspective. The idea seems to be, and Prime Minister Netanyahu has said, Israel, the IDF is going to retain security responsibility in Gaza. What does that mean? It means that Israel is not going to outsource its security needs to any imaginary international force, which will never fight Hamas in its tunnels, never go door to door or take it on in its, mosques and hospitals. That no international force will ever do that. And so what Netanyahu seems to be saying is, look, we'll withdraw to the buffer zone, which is approximately a kilometer thick, and that would turn into a kind of Area C in Gaza, just like Area C in the West Bank is really the launching pad for the IDF to move into Area A on a nightly basis to mow down those threats. Hundreds of these threats are mowed down every month before they turn into actual terror plots. I think what Prime Minister Netanyahu is saying is that Israel could operate on a similar basis in the Gaza Strip once this war is over. But again, all of this is predicated on Hamas disarming itself. Right now, the minute that Hamas doesn't disarm itself, and it's not going to disarm, let me say that again, that will give Israel every reason to step up its security operations in Gaza to enforce the agreement that was reached, just like in Lebanon, by the way, when the Lebanese state is unable to disarm Hezbollah. Who is doing this? It's the Israeli Air Force and the IDF. That kind of approach could easily take hold in Gaza, and that's why Hamas really doesn't want to go down this route. They know where this is going, and the worst part for Hamas is that they would find themselves facing the IDF without their safety net, which is the hostages. So this is a huge trap for Hamas, and I think they're going to try and play for time and do everything they can not to get into this deal.
It sounds like they only have 3 or 4 days to respond. Briefly, your thoughts.
Look at it quite frankly, why do they have 3-4 days? First of all, from tomorrow, it will be Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Israel will be, everybody in Israel will be either fasting or at home, or they'll be, we'll be off our phones, and the government included. Then you go into the weekend, and so it's going to be Sunday, Monday before sort of people come back to work, and even then we have then Sukkot, which is then people are on holiday again. So when they say 3-4 days, everybody is well aware that that's also because Israel's not really going to be that busy over the next 3-4 days. And also, I would be, I would be certain that when Trump said 3-4 days, it's because already Qatar, who are probably leading the discussions with Hamas, said to Trump in the first place, say 3-4 days, because it's not like we can pick up the phones and just have a great conversation straight away. They're probably still scared that there's got some beepers, all these things going on. That's partly the reason why they're saying 3-4 days. Everybody, I think, should take this time just to cool off and let the people do their thing.